Hey guys, it looks like this is going to be a long video because I just want to make sure I explain everything right. And just because I want to make sure I explain everything right the way I want to, it's probably going to be a more than 15-minute video. Hey guys, how you guys doing? So I just wanted to come on here and do a request video regarding braces and the foods that you can eat. This video was requested by let's see, JERRYBOOBOOKNOWWHO, and aka Jer. I hope I'm saying your name right. And also HOTPINKDRAGONFLY. I hope I said that right. So they both requested me to do a video regarding the foods you can eat when you have braces. So let's get into the video. So with this video, I wrote down some ideas so I don't get sidetracked when I'm talking in the video, because just to keep myself on the right path when I'm talking. So I wrote down some notes just to keep myself going. So let's get right into the video. So like I said, because you have braces does not mean you should stop eating healthy. Doesn't mean all you can eat is junk food and nothing nutritious, which is a lie. When you have braces, you still have to eat healthy, so you can have your body can be strong and you can have healthy teeth. So you still need to eat healthy. And because you have braces, you hear all the things about, oh, I have braces, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. No, you can probably eat everything a person that does not have braces can eat, but you just have to eat it differently. So you just have to keep in mind that you have to eat slowly. Number one, you have to eat slowly. You can't just be eating like a 2-year-old, all over the place. You have to chew slowly, and also you have to cut up your food so that you can adequately chew them correctly. We'll talk more about that as the video goes on. Like I said, you have to be gentle with your teeth, and then you have to eat slowly and carefully. And then you can't just bite into anything. Like, you can't just get an apple and be like, oh, I'm in the mood for an apple. No, you can't do that. You have to get in the habit of like cutting up all your foods, and you can still eat anything you want. So regarding braces, some things or some foods that can cause trouble while you have braces are: number one, hard food; number two, sticky food; number three, foods high in sugar; number four, foreign objects; number five, dyed foods. And we'll get into all this in a little bit. So let's talk about hard foods. Hard foods. Examples of hard foods are ice cubes, nuts, French bread crust, French bread rolls, corn on the cob, hard chips, hard candy, lemon heads, fireballs, jawbreakers, Jolly Ranchers, hard pretzels, large nuts in general, whole fruits, whole veggies, meat on the bone, chicken on the bone, lollipops, crispy taco shells, raw vegetables, raw fruits, popcorn, Slim Jims, and bagel. All those hard foods, when you eat hard foods, they have a tendency to bend your braces wire. They can dislodge your braces. They can loosen up the cement that attaches the braces appliance to your teeth. And then it can result in, once all that damages happens to your braces from eating all those hard foods, it can result in additional costs. So that means you have to go to the dentist if it's the orthodontist, and if it's really serious, they have to fix it, and it's not free of charge. So you have to end up paying extra money, and it's going to result in additional time that you're going to have to stay in your braces. So you have to take extra care when eating hard foods. It doesn't mean that you can't eat the hard food. You can eat it. Like I said, you have to be careful. You have to eat slowly, and you can't just bite into it. You have to be gentle with your teeth and your braces when you're eating all this food. Some hard foods can be eaten, like I said, if you can cut up and slice all those hard foods into small bite-sized pieces, then you can eat it and chew. You can put it in your mouth. Once you cut it up, you can put it in the back of your teeth and chew it slowly and gently, and you would not have any problems if you do it that way. Like I said, veggies, you'll be like, oh, why did she say veggies? I said veggies, like whole raw veggies. Like I said, you can't just pick up a cucumber and be like, oh, I'm in the mood for cucumbers. No, you can't just bite into it. Like I said, you have to, with the veggies, you have to get into habit of like cutting up all your veggies into bite-sized pieces and put it in the back of your teeth, your back teeth, and chew it. And also with veggies, once you steam it up, like if you get a carrot and put it in on the stove and steam it up and steam up all your vegetables or cook it so it's soft enough to chew, you can eat your veggies that way. Fruits, on the other hand, I said fruits and you're like, oh, you can't eat fruit. Yes, you can eat fruits, but you have to get into the habit of cutting up all your fruits and then, you know, eat it that way after you cut it up into bite-sized pieces. I mentioned corn on the cob. Yes, you can still eat your corn, but not on the cob. You have to, you know, scrape off the corn from the actual cob, and then you can eat it. Or if you're in the mood for corn, you can just get like canned corn or frozen corn, and you can eat corn that way. You can still eat your corn, but you just cannot eat it on the cob. Meat, I mentioned meat on the bone. The bone is the hard part that you can't just bite into your ribs or whatever. You have to take the meat off the bone and then cut it into little tiny pieces and then eat it that way. I also mentioned chicken on the bone. You have to debone the chicken. You have to get the chicken off the bone and then cut it up into little bite-sized pieces, and then you can eat it. Also popcorn. You know you can't eat nuts, so you know if you're really in the mood for popcorn, I guess what you can do is you can, you know, suck out the pop part of the corn and eat it that way. I know that sounds gross, but you gotta make do of what you can do. You can't just, you know, eat your popcorn like that. You know, like the whole popcorn, like when the corn is actually popped, you have some little, I think they're called like husk. Sometimes the husk can get, even when you don't have braces, the husk can get like stuck in your gums, and then your gums can get swollen. Like if you don't floss it out or brush it out right away, it can cause inflammation, meaning like swelling and pain on your gums, and that can cause pain for you. So like with the popcorn, once you're done eating, just go ahead and, you know, floss your teeth right away so you don't get the husk stuck inside your gums and cause swelling. Hard breads, like I mentioned, you have to cut it up into little bite-sized pieces and then eat it that way. Bagels, you have to, you know, when your bagels are toasted, they're hard, they can get stuck inside your braces, you know, cause problems for you. So what you can do with the bagels and breads and all that stuff is you have to cut it into little tiny pieces before you eat it. Like, you know, with all those hard foods, you just have to cut it up. You can't just eat it like that. So that's that regarding hard foods. So let's move on to sticky foods. Sticky foods requires a lot of chewing. And then foods that you have to use a lot of effort to chew, that can be a problem. And you know, sticky foods can easily dislodge your braces. It requires a lot of chewing. Any food that requires a lot of effort to chew usually can damage your braces. They can get stuck between your brackets and wires, and you can have problems that way. Examples of sticky foods are sticky candy, caramel, beef jerky, Starburst, Skittles, bagels, gummy bears, jelly beans, Snickers, Tootsie Rolls, taffy, like Laffy Taffy, chewing gum, bubble gum, licorice, Tootsie Rolls, Laffy Taffy, sugar babies, anything that's gummy, anything that's sticky. You know what sticky food is when you see it. All those are examples of sticky foods. And you know, I just named up all these sticky foods, and they're mostly candy. And let me tell you, I still eat candy. Personally, I still eat candy. I'm not going to deprive myself that, you know, because I have braces, I'm going to stop eating candy. No, that's never going to happen. So what I do regarding all the sticky foods, I still chew gum, by the way. I have to satisfy my gum cravings. You know, like when I was at the orthodontist, my orthodontist said, like the lady that checked me was like, oh, I was like, can I still chew gum? She was like, no. But when the orthodontist came in and I was like, oh, she just told me that I can't chew gum. And he's like, you know what, you're an adult. You can chew gum. The people that he requires that don't chew gum are little kids. Because, you know, little kids chew gum like there's no tomorrow. Like it's the last gum of their life. So if you're gonna chew gum, you can't, you know, start blowing bubbles and all that stuff. You can chew it slowly and carefully, and, you know, don't chew it all over the place. I still chew gum personally. Some people say you should choose sugarless gum because of the sugar content, but I chew any gum I feel like chewing, like, you know, minty gum or whatever. You can still chew your gum, you know, once in a while, not every day, maybe once in a while, just to satisfy your, you know, gum craving. And for me, like I said, I still chew gum once in a while. You know, I still eat candy. And regarding candy, I don't just get any old candy. Like I get the, you know, you can buy the full-size bar and cut it up into little pieces, and then before you eat it, or you can, usually I just get the bite size that comes in a big bag, and then chew it slowly and carefully. And like Almond Joy, you know, Almond Joy has like whole almond in between it. You don't have to eat the almond, but you can eat the surrounding parts of the almond, like the actual candy around the almond. Like you can eat your Almond Joy that way. I still eat gummy bears. You know, you just have to chew it carefully and make sure you brush your teeth and, you know, floss afterwards, and you'll be fine. Once you take those precautions, like I said, eat carefully, eat slowly, eat gently, and brush your teeth and floss, you are fine. So that's that regarding sticky foods. And then I also mentioned foods high in sugar. Examples of foods that are high in sugar are, you know, candy, sodas, fruit juices, cookies, donuts, milk, dried fruits, honey, syrup, sugary cereals, and jelly. Those are examples of foods that are high in sugar. And they say that you should limit your, you know, the foods that are high in your high sugar content foods. Basically, you want to reduce it. Sugary foods have a high acidic level, and sugar can erode, meaning like eat up your teeth and your dental equipment. And you know that bacteria feeds on sugar and starchy foods, you know, starchy food content, and that can create plaque. Once that bacteria gets there, it will create plaque if you don't brush your teeth. And you know what plaque does, right? The plaque is going to build up around your bracket. It can get under your braces and eat off the calcium in your teeth, and it's going to create, it can create permanent white spots on your teeth. So I'm not saying you shouldn't eat high sugar content food, because I still do. I still drink soda once. I'm not a high soda person, but once in a while I get into the, you know, like I crave, you know, Pepsi. I love Pepsi. I crave Pepsi. I crave Mountain Dew sometimes. And, you know, I still eat my syrup. I still eat honey, because, you know, I drink tea and honey. I love tea and honey. I still eat my honey. You know, I eat Eggo waffles or pancakes, and I still eat syrup. So, you know, I'm still going to eat my high sugar content foods. You know, it's not every day, but after you're done eating all those foods, you have to get into the habit of brushing your teeth. You have to brush your teeth. You have to floss. If you can't brush your teeth right away, get some water and swish your mouth out and rinse your mouth out. If you can't, like if you're eating, you know, you're eating in the car, you can't, there's no bathroom to go brush your teeth. So just get into the habit of having water next to you to swish your mouth out and, you know, rinse it out, and, you know, rinse your mouth out that way. Drink the water, and you're good to go. And then brush your teeth as soon as possible and floss your teeth, and you'll be good to go. So that's that regarding high sugar content foods. Let's get on this topic of foreign object. When I say foreign objects, things like pens, you know, some people have the habit of, like, you know, when they're in class, they put a pen in their mouth or start biting their fingernails, you know, things like that. Those are examples of foreign objects. You don't want to put your finger in your mouth. You don't want to put pens, pencils, popsicle sticks. You don't want to put all those things in your mouth. You don't want to bite your nails. You don't want to, you know, open bottles with your teeth while you have braces. You don't want to chew on bones and, you know, things like that. Those are foreign objects. You know why you don't want to do this? You don't want to do this because all those foreign objects can break your braces. They can break your brackets. They can bend your wires and loosen the cement. And when all that happens, you know, it can cause extended time in your braces and all that stuff. So don't even get into the habit of putting foreign objects in your mouth. Just don't do it. No. Like before, sometimes, you know, I used to paint my nails. I used to try to open the nail polish with my teeth. But ever since I got braces, I don't do that anymore because it just does not work out. So please don't put any of this stuff in your mouth, or else you're going to regret it. So number 5, dyed foods. And when I talk about dyed foods, I'm talking about things like coffee, soda, juices, tomato sauce, candy. Candy can stain your teeth, your braces, all those dyed foods. They can stain your teeth, they can stain your braces, especially if you have clear ceramic braces. They're notorious for staining your braces. It can leave your teeth discolored. And you might have to get teeth whitened at the end of your braces journey. So, you know I just said all this, and let me tell you, I don't drink coffee, but I drink tea, a lot of green tea, and you know, I still eat my spaghetti and tomato sauce. And what they told me at the orthodontist, because I have ceramic on top, and what they told me at the orthodontist office is that I can still eat all those things. I just have to make sure I brush my teeth afterwards. Like if you're done eating your spaghetti sauce and all that stuff, just brush your teeth. If you can't get to the bathroom right away, swish your mouth with some water, rinse it out with some water, and you know, brush as soon as possible when you can. So with coffee, like if you like to drink coffee, don't stop drinking coffee because you have braces. No, just get into the habit of drinking it through a straw. Like they told me that at the orthodontist office. They said, you know, if you like to drink soda, Pepsi, all that stuff, you know, just get into the habit of putting a straw in your drinks and you'll be good to go. If you like to drink wine, don't stop drinking wine because you got braces. No, you get into the habit of putting a straw in your drinks and you'll be good to go. Like me now, it's like second nature. Even when I'm drinking water, I automatically just put a straw because I'm used to that, and you know, that's what I do. So like I said, if you like to drink coffee, soda, juices, all that stuff, you want to drink it through a straw, and you don't have to worry about, you know, your teeth getting stained and all that stuff. And then again, if you eat all this dyed foods, you want to brush your teeth afterwards. And if you can't get to the bathroom to brush your teeth, just swish and rinse your mouth out with water and you'll be fine. And then one thing you want to keep in mind is to always brush. You can never brush enough. And then you could also want to get into the habit of flossing. And if you can't brush right away, get into the habit of rinsing your mouth out with water. You know, if you're going to eat something, you have to, you know, think about what you're going to eat. Before you eat it, before you put it in your mouth, you have to ask yourself, is this food hard? Is this food crunchy? Is this food chewy? And is there other ways to eat this food without it messing up my braces? Like if the food, you know, is chewy and it has a high sugar content, and you have to get into the habit of, you know, rinsing out your mouth after you're done eating it, or like flossing afterward, brushing your teeth. And if the food is hard, you have to get into the habit of like cutting it into little bite-sized pieces before you eat it, because you know you can't just eat it like that. It's gonna mess up your braces. You know, you have to, you know, ask yourself, can I steam up this food to make it softer to chew? you know, things like that. It's just going to become second nature once you get into the habit of that. And you know, with all those foods, hard foods, sticky foods, high sugar content food, foreign objects, and diet food, you have to get into the habit of taking the necessary precautions to do whatever you have to do before you eat it, so you don't mess up your braces. And you know, proceed with caution whenever you're eating, but remember, you can eat almost any food if you take the right precautions. You can eat whatever you were eating before you got your braces if you take the right precautions, and you shouldn't have any problems. Just be careful when you eat and everything is going to be okay. You know, don't say, oh, I have braces, oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Yes, you can eat it. Don't get me wrong, you can't eat all those foods. We just have to take the right precautions. So that's that with this video. I hope I touched base on everything that you wanted to hear. But if you have any questions, if anybody has any other questions or concerns, just leave it in the comment box, and I'll try my best to answer them. So on that note, I will talk to you guys later, and you guys have a fabulous day, fabulous weekend ahead, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.